So let's say you are a permanent resident and you have stayed outside the United States for more than 6 months on one trip. So the general rule is that if you are a permanent resident, you're not supposed to leave the United States on a single trip for more than 6 months. It can cause problems when you are trying to come back in. Now, in practice, I have had clients that stayed out of the country for 9 months, for over a year, and they still came back in and they were allowed to come back in. But there's a few things to consider. One is, which airport are you flying back into? So JFK is notorious for being very lenient on people coming back in after extended stays outside the United States. So that's something to consider. So I always advise people, if they say, hey, my mom's been in XYZ country for the last 2 years. She wants to come back to the United States, but we're worried about how that's going to go. I always advise them fly into JFK and from there get a connecting flight to, wherever her final destination is, because that's going to give the highest chances of being allowed back in. Because once you are allowed back in by CBP at the airport, they can't come back to you later and say, oh, we made a mistake, we're taking your green card away. I've never seen that happen. It is a risky proposition, though, because if you do make that massive flight, let's say that it's from India, so you fly from India all the way to the United States, and at the airport they see, hey, you haven't been here in 2.5 years, we're denying you entry, they can turn you around and just have you fly right back out. So if it doesn't work, that's going to be a pretty difficult couple of days of travel right there. Now, if you're not willing to go through that risk and you'd rather file something preemptively to try and keep the green card, okay, so that you have authorization to come back in before you leave, you would be filing an SB1, and you do that with the consulate, and you try to explain why you've been out this amount of time, and why they should still allow you to come back in and not consider you to have abandoned your permanent resident status. If you need help with an SB1 or you're going through that process right now, reach out to an immigration attorney. You can reach out to us. We're happy to help you with that process. You can DM us, you can call our office to schedule a time to discuss it. Hopefully this is helpful, gives you a little bit of information on staying outside the United States more than 6 months. It's not a hard and fast 6 months and you're never coming back in after that. There is some leeway, and it is very fact specific on whether we can keep the green card. Take care. Good luck.